Hello guys, hi. I'm excited to meet you once again. It's been a while, but there is always a time for everything, and this is our opportunity now, and I am excited for this discussion. The topic of today is about ketogenic diet, an approach to weight loss. We are drawing our concept, our discussion from research done by Masood et al. 2021 update. You are very much welcome. So according to research by Masood et al. 2021, 2.8 million adults die annually due to obesity-related conditions. These researchers also reported that intake of diet that is high in sugars is associated with 44% increased prevalence of metabolic syndrome and 26% increased risk of diabetes mellitus. Another research by Fountain et al. 2019 and Rule et al. 2019 stated that a diet that is low in carbohydrate is associated with effective weight loss than a diet that is low in fats. Therefore, ketogenic diet, ladies and gentlemen, commonly known as keto diet, refers to a diet that is high in fats, low in carbohydrates, and moderate in proteins. For example, if we are targeting 2,000 kilocalories of energy per day, then this diet will get we will get energy of 55 to 60% from fats, then 30 to 35% of energy from proteins, and only 5 to 10% of energy from carbohydrates. Technically, in a day, this person will take only between 20 to 50 grams of carbohydrates. So a keto diet, it is a diet that is low in carbohydrates, high in fats, and moderate in proteins. It has been associated with weight loss. So let's see how this works. So what is the science of ketogenic diet? This is the concept. When you take a diet that is low in carbohydrates, that is less than 50 grams of carbohydrates in a day, the body will respond by reducing the secretion of insulin. Insulin is a hormone responsible for metabolism of glucose. So the body will reduce the secretion of insulin. And now the body will start producing glucose internally from other sources. And this happens in the liver. So glucose can be later on be secreted from glycerol or from amino acid such as alanine and glutamine. But when the intake of carbohydrates continues to go down further, then now the body is not able to get enough energy from these other molecules that I have mentioned, like glycerol or amino acids. So now the body will start breaking down fats into molecules known as ketone bodies. And now these ketone bodies will be utilized to provide energy for the heart, for the muscles, and even they cross the blood-brain barrier to provide an alternative source of energy to the brain cells. Metabolism of fats to produce ketone bodies for energy, there are biochemical and physiological changes that occur in the body. And one that is of interest to this discussion is weight loss. Within 2 weeks, you will experience weight loss of up to 10 kilograms. And the first one will be due to water loss, because metabolism of fats to yield ketone bodies has a diuretic effect. In other words, it leads to loss of water in the body. That's why when you are on a keto diet, you need to increase water intake. But the subsequent weight loss will be due to now the fats being metabolized to yield energy, leaving only the lean body mass, which is healthy. And that is how you will end up reducing your weight. Another important change is that there is reduced hunger pangs. In other words, your desire to eat food reduces. You don't eat so frequently as it were if you are not on a ketogenic diet. And this eventually leads into reduced calorie intake, which now leads to further weight loss. You may experience the weight loss in 2 weeks, or for some people it may proceed for a little longer. You do not need to be worried. You can be on this keto diet for a period of between 2 weeks to 12 months, depending on how it works for you. The principle here is that there is weight loss as one of the biochemical and physiological changes, and this is due to the fats being metabolized to yield energy, leaving only the lean body mass. And also another thing is that the hunger pangs goes down, and therefore reducing your intake of calories, and this eventually leads to further weight loss. So some of the changes you will notice when you are on ketogenic diet is that you will experience things like fatigue, dizziness or vomiting, but this will always resolve within 2 weeks as you start the diet. But also you are encouraged to take plenty of water, as it helps into resolving some of these changes. And also a disclaimer is that if you are a diabetic patient and you are on insulin, you are advised to consult your doctor before you start ketogenic diet, because we have said that the glucose secretion is reduced. So I don't want you to go into a state of hypoglycemia. So before you start the ketogenic diet, consult your doctor so that he can adjust the insulin treatment so that it can suit the new dietary changes. If you are having medical conditions like liver failure or pancreatitis or any disease of metabolism, then refrain from ketogenic diet. Otherwise, ketogenic diet, it has been proven to be safe, and it is good for your body, and you can initiate it for a period of 2 weeks to 12 months, and you will actually experience weight loss. So what are some of the foods that you can use to make a ketogenic diet, or simply a keto diet? Remember, we have said the principle is that these foods should be high in fats but very low in carbohydrates. These foods include eggs, avocado, coconut oil, berries, chicken, fish, pumpkin seeds, peanut butter, ground nuts, beans, among others. Just make sure that in a day, the total carbohydrate you have taken is between 20 to 50 grams. And I'm sure in every kitchen or in every home, you will find a tin, even if it is for margarine or something, written 50 grams. So you can be able to estimate how much of carbohydrates have I taken. And you know the sources of carbohydrates are things like rice, potatoes, maize flour, among others. So the food you make from those things, at the end of the day, they should not exceed 50 grams per day. But for fats, the food should be very rich in fats, and I've given you the example of food items that are rich in fats. Those eggs, the plain yogurt, the avocado, the chicken, the coconut oil, the peanut butter, the berries, they are rich sources of fat. So your diet will mainly constitute of such food items to ensure that your fat intake is high while the carbohydrate intake is minimized. Then the protein intake is moderated. In so doing, then you are on a ketogenic diet, and you can be on this diet for a period of between 2 weeks to 12 months. But within 2 weeks, you should be able to see changes. In other words, you should be able to see that you have lost weight of even about 10 kilograms within 2 weeks. It is very possible. One disclaimer I want to make is that once you are sure that you have acquired the right weight, in other words, you have reduced the weight and you are now comfortable, you want to switch to the normal diet, you don't just switch rapidly or abruptly. You will be adjusting gradually from now this ketogenic diet to the normal diet. You adjust gradually. In other words, you can start increasing the carbohydrate intake slowly while you are reducing the fat intake slowly. In conclusion, ketogenic diet, simply known as keto diet, is one of the approaches that have been found effective for weight loss. But this does not mean that when you are on a keto diet, you should not observe other healthy lifestyle measures. For example, when you are on a keto diet, you need to still continue with regular physical activities, and also you need to be mindful of the kind of foods you are choosing to make this keto diet. Just because I say the keto diet has a lot of fats, it does not mean that you go picking any kind of junk to make your diet. Be mindful of the quality of the fats as well. They should be unsaturated fats. So Go to the sources of food that I've given as examples and see what items you can use to make a keto diet. Also, another thing you need to know, you don't just wake up one day and say, I am starting a keto diet. First of all, the issue begins with your weight. Are you overweight or obese? If yes, then the next step is, do you have any other medical conditions? Remember, I have said people with the liver diseases, people with the diseases of the pancreas, or the diseases of metabolism should avoid or should refrain from ketogenic diet. So if you have such diseases, you should not proceed on to ketogenic diet. And also, I have said if you are a diabetic patient and you are on insulin, then you should consult your doctor first so that your medications can be adjusted before you start ketogenic diet. And you can be on this ketogenic diet for a period of between 2 weeks to 12 months, depending on how fast or the rate at which your body responds. And you should be able to see changes as far as weight loss is concerned. If you have any queries or inquiries, or you need to understand this concept of ketogenic diet further, you can write on the comment section, or you can send me an email. Then I will attend to you on a personalized level depending on your need. Till next time, bye bye.